What's up guys, and welcome back to another video. Today's video we're focusing on World Rugby and the shake-up that it needs in order to really bring the sport back to the fans. Now before I go into that point of view, obviously we all know that Agustin Pichot has decided to run for chairman of World Rugby, to be the bigger boss, to bring in something different to World Rugby. And to be honest, I think that's exactly what we need. It's a shake-up that needs to happen in the sport that we all know and love. I mean, we've seen some greatness in World Rugby, and we've seen some opportunities and some movements forward, but we haven't, for me personally as a fan, we haven't seen World Rugby listen to what the people want. And I do feel Agustin will bring that flair to the fans and to World Rugby as a whole. For example, nothing has really been done in order to help bring the tier 2, 3 nations into the world of rugby. And when I say that, giving them the opportunities to participate in tournaments, giving them opportunities to play more bigger teams. How else do you improve your form or get better and better? You play teams that are better than you in order to develop and change strategies, investment. And if you're not seen by the likes of playing against a Springbok or an All Black or a Wallaby or England, Ireland, whoever it may be, you're not going to get the opportunities of sponsorships. And sponsorship leads to deals in order to buy players and to get guys staying in the home country. And those are the situations that we currently facing with. And we are missing out on quality talent. For example, you look at Fiji, what great rugby that this Pacific Island nations produce, but they're not given opportunities. They're not being brought into the Rugby Championship. They're not being brought into Super Rugby. I mean, a pure great example is Argentina. Bringing the Jaguars into Super Rugby has transformed them as a team. They started off a bit weak, they were getting thumped, but then last year the Jaguars really took note and played a solid game of Super Rugby, getting to the knockouts. Then we saw the progression in Argentina with the new coaches and how well that gel seemed to work, and it showed a great heart and soul performance from Argentina in provincial, in the championship. World Cup wasn't great, but we saw improvements, and those are the improvements that we have been missing for so very long, and it was good to see. Now if this gets implemented into World Rugby or into these Pacific Island teams and other teams like Japan, Georgia, we will not only see an improvement, but we'll be bringing rugby into communities that aren't familiar with the sport itself. America's got so much money. If rugby had to invest in the country, you could see more opportunities, more brand deals, more sponsorship, more investors to be able to support clubs, to be able to support championships. And I feel Augustin's going to do exactly that. He's going to be the guy to go out and get his fingers dirty and get things done. And listen to what the people have said. Already, it was his idea for the Nations Championship. Yes, it maybe wasn't in the right place, but it was thinking. It was something different. It excited people. It also obviously upset people, but it was the talk. Last week, Club Rugby World Cup. These things are needing to happen. It's all good very much talking about it, but what are we doing to actually get the job done? And I feel he is going to do this. I know he's already spoken of getting smaller nations involved. I mean, already I moan, Super Rugby's too long. Take away teams, combine teams, bring in other nations. I mean, there's nothing stopping the Rugby Championship turning into the Six Nations of the South. Why haven't we done that? Why haven't we seen a Southern Hemisphere Lions team? All these things that World Rugby could implement to boost the sport, and what good it would do for the south of rugby. All the money is in the north. It's doing well, but currently the shit's hitting the fan down here in the south, where all the nations are running out of money. Why are they running out of money? Because nothing's being invested. You've got the French League where they're big investors. You've got Europe, etc., etc. Money's being invested. And if we're not thriving down here, by shaking up Super Rugby, shaking up a rugby championship, involving those teams that need to be involved, we're just going to go down the toilet even faster. So I think it's a phenomenal move that Agustin has run for to be the chairman, and I think he's going to do a great job. Not saying Bill Beaumont was bad or anything. He had his moments, but look at the guy. He's of age. It's time for him to retire and get new blood. Augustin's 45 years old. He can bring so much. I love the personality. I love the attitude. Even as a player, that man was brilliant. And I feel he's the shake-up that we need in the sport right now. And if we don't, rugby's going to die. We're going to lose out on deals. We're going to lose out on money. There's so much opportunity out there. If they can just sit down and get their backsides into gear, the sport will be saved. And now's the time. While the pandemic's happening, progress, meeting, discuss, elaborate, form plans, form guidelines, form tournaments, form matches. Do something to make this tournament, to make this sport top, because it has the potential. It just needs the right people in front. That's going to do it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, smash that thumbs up button, subscribe if you're new. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. I believe this is an important topic, and I feel that Agustin Pichot will be the man to save World Rugby. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Stay safe and never give up. Cheers.